up, guys? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if your name is Wendy and Eddie Osefo, oh, it don't look like you beating these charges at all. I hope they get a plea deal because, baby, it is not looking good. Where are we at? Well, one thing, the feds thought it was a good idea to let us know that they got burner accounts. But also, they're letting us know that they have researched this deep and hard. It makes me think, who snitched on them? Honestly, because the level of information they have, it's not anything they could have discovered in the normal course of an investigation. But listen to this. They said Wendy and Eddie Osefo's emails, social media, and bank records accessed by authorities. New court filings referenced by the U.S. Sun show that investigators obtained access to Wendy and Eddie's emails, bank records, and social media accounts through multiple search and seizures warrants issued through the insurance fraud investigation. According to the Discovery Index filed by the state attorney's office, law enforcement secured warrants for their Gmail accounts, several Instagram accounts, so that means Wendy had burners, Wendy's Apple ID, and records from financial institutions including Ally Bank, American Express, and Capital One. First of all, I don't understand. Did they think they would? Clearly, they thought they wouldn't get caught. But why? First of all, why didn't you drop your phone in the Potomac River? And second of all, what were you doing getting a backup from your Apple ID? Why do you have your messages backed up? Listen to this. The filings also list luxury retailers and jewelers whose records were obtained as part of the investigation, including Van Cleef & Apparel's, Louis Vuitton, Saks Fifth Ave, and Ascot Diamonds. Investigators reportedly reviewed purchases and transactions from these vendors to examine claims related to the alleged burglary. You guys, I actually feel sorry for Wendy and Eddie because let's be real, insurance companies scam all the time. I feel sorry for them that at the end of the day, they had to do all of this to keep up with the Joneses. You literally put your freedom, your children's future, your ability to parent them, all the degrees you got, everything you worked for, you literally put all that aside just so you could floss on a lady with a bad marriage, Robin. Are they married yet? A bad situationship, Robin, and a bad wig, Giselle. And someone that smugly sits there with a five head, with a man that is literally doing extraction capitalism in the motherland and has a problem grabbing men's butts, who many men have said that he likes. Well, they have said very interesting stuff. Basically, many men, may have mercy, many men, but they say Michael Darby sings that with glee. Ashley Darby, a girl that literally came from the gutter and thinks that she finessed a very small house in the middle of nowhere out of a man that is worth hundreds of millions of dollars but won't let her have access to it. And he kept embarrassing her so much that she had to fake a divorce. You did all of that to floss on those people? You threw away your ability to raise your children so you could floss on a lady with a bad wig and even worse fashion sense? Giselle, I don't know. I haven't watched Real Housewives of Potomac in years, right? Ever since they kicked Candace off. That was a mistake. But I guess they were going for like gutter kind of old bad girls club and they needed everybody to be in desperation mode, you know? But you literally threw all that away to floss on those nobodies. Wendy and Eddie are cautionary, not to laugh at them. I thought Wendy was like, I don't know, I don't know her, but I thought not to laugh at them. But there is a sickness in America right now. A sickness, and I feel like it's of a certain generation. You go to like Gen Z on TikTok, keeping it real. You go to millennials, yeah, we're good. We're chill. You go to like the Gen Xers that are almost baby boomers, and they are obsessed with making the fake make-believe world on Instagram real in real life. What is it about having that car and house? If you needed that to feel like someone, you need new friends. You need a new social circle. What did you need to feel that look of jealousy and envy from people that want to take away what you have, and you walk in a room? What? Why? Why? To me, it is wild. But hold on, let's get back into this article. Anyway, if you guys care, the state also responded to Wendy and Eddie's claims that the arrests were illegal due to, in parts, to defects in the charging documents. They were trying to get it thrown out. It don't look like it's getting thrown out. They also said that any statements made by the defendant were voluntary. This is what the state's saying. Any statements made by the defendants were voluntary and made after the defendant was properly advised of his or her rights. The state also appeared to be attempting to try Wendy and Eddie as co-defendants, despite the couple requesting to be tried separately. They cannot get them tried as co-defendants. They do have the right to be tried separately. Look at me, government class. Anyway, the state said that the defendant will not be prejudiced by the joinder of his or her trial with co-defendants, and he will not be prejudiced by any joinder charges. The state further claimed there is no defect in the charging document. Okay, so we can't really believe the state. They'll say whatever because they think they're guilty as hell, but let's see. Wendy is no longer employed as a professor at Wesleyan University. She says that she resigned. She wasn't fired. During her Wendy showed up at I haven't been following Bravo because the reality TV has gotten corny. Wendy showed up at BravoCon. Wendy showed up at BravoCon this weekend. She briefly addressed her and Eddie's arrest. She said, it's an unfortunate situation, and right now I can't say too much. But I will say, when the time is right, I'll share my story for everyone. And for now, they're just allegations, so we'll continue to push forward. Y'all, what is she talking about? Oh, damn. I guess at this point, Bravo's the only check they have, right? Because Eddie might lose his license. Yeah. And get this, they had set him up the whole time. The state document further alleged that Eddie submitted overlapping claims for certain items to 2 different insurance companies. He gave recorded statements to 2 of the insurance companies regarding a list of stolen items he provided. He was asked if any of the items on the list had been returned. He said no. He also questioned about having other insurance, but did not disclose to home site and jewelers that he was making a claim with Travelers Insurance. They said the total amount of the loss claimed on the sworn statement of loss was $2,500 for the building and estimated $450,000 for contents and personal property. Wow. He included an inventory of reported. So all he had to do was just be honest, and they would have gotten $450,000 back, but instead they tried to bang them out for $1 million. And Wendy's, and this is such a mess. Eddie sent an email to Wendy listing reportedly stolen items and asked if there was additional high-value items we can add to this inventory listing. I'm trying to get the total to exceed 423, which is our policy maximum. Yeah. The couple was taken into custody. Search and seizure warrant was executed at their home. Deputies allegedly recovered at least 15 items claimed to be stolen during the burglary. During the press conference last month, the sheriff confirmed that Wendy's diamond anniversary band was among the objects. Wow, this is a shame and a scandal. Anyway, what y'all think about this? I really feel sorry for them. Just sorry for the fact of keeping up with the Joneses. But I guess when you're on Bravo, only a certain type of person goes on there. They have almost a pathological need to be looked at as, I don't know. This is sad. And they did it all. Was that, you literally threw away your children's childhood for $423,000, and then another company, you wanted to get the other. So for $1 million, yo, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.